Oops. See, this is what I get for clicking that button and not being ready. Right. Right. What's up? Said you shut the up. I can't. If anybody knows that song, nobody knows that song unless you're from the South. Uh, what's up? Said you a pussy. Shut up. Okay. Let me stop. 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 All right. Before I let something slip. Okay. So I am going to do my best to be in a positive mood, a good mood. I am in a good mood, just a lot of stuff going on, but not gonna complain. Life can still be sweet, just a lot of adulting, you know what I'm saying? All right, so let me go find these things real quick. All right, all right, all right. All right, so the title of the stream is, I don't know, it's not definitely not a misnomer. Um, I found myself like the last couple of days kind of, I don't know, like there's a lot to do in the game and I do like it. I still like it. I still love it. I still love it. I still love it. However, someone brought it up yesterday and ooh, is it not doing anything for me? What's going on? Are you not? Are you not? Are you not? What's going on, PlayStation? My PlayStation been acting a fool lately. Or is this the wrong controller? Nope, because the PlayStation turned on. So why are you acting up right now? Hmm? What you doing? Yeah, so someone brought up on the stream yesterday about there it is. Let's hope this gets it. Brought up on the stream yesterday about cube keys and that whole issue. I don't know why my PlayStation is doing this right now. I have no idea why my PlayStation is doing this. Ugh. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Basically, the idea is the question is, or this question comes from the concept of cube keys and not having a lot, not being able to do a lot with them. Um, and simply the fact that everything is gated behind them. So we wait for a reset, especially if you've already completed the content and you're up to dungeons that cost like 20 cube keys now. You can do what, two dungeons and one field boss, and then you're done for the day, which is basically what, 30 minutes, let's say 45 minutes, which I guess some would say from a quality of life perspective, that's being well adjusted. Wait, see, that's the problem right there. Let's see. From a quality of life perspective, that might be good. It might be good to um, not be in your PlayStation for 4,500 hours a day. That's a good thing. However, then it also brings up not even the grind is probably the wrong word, but there is a loss of available time to play when everything is gated behind the cube key, and the idea of a chance for a resource to drop is literally you have a chance for one piece of one part of a mastery. So it's not even enough to get a whole like fourth. It's you know what I mean? Like there's not a it's 1/16 of what you might need, if that. I might even be doing that math wrong. And yo, this thing is not wanting to cooperate. Today has been a day. Today has been a day. And I don't know why my PlayStation does not want to cooperate with me right now. Ugh, I do not know why. But yeah, it's kind of, and it's even hard to illustrate. But I think people who know like what I'm saying right now. They're like, yes. It's hard to describe in actual words. But even if they gave this little quote unquote, they threw us a bone by saying that, hey, check this out. We're gonna, relax on the need for cube keys a little bit. And in true Netmarble fashion, the ones who gave us Marvel Future Revolution, which died within a year, despite how good that game was, they're greedy. And they're giving us 1/4 of a fourth of what we need. So 1/16 of what we need in order to do anything with regards to cube keys. All right, so let me see. This is connected back. And I guess the idea is that, hey guys, you're going to have to pay. The problem is, and I said this before with other games that try to bully you into doing this stuff, you fail to realize that there are so many options out there, and this is a consistent problem. There's so many options out there. I'm doing great, Beast Mode. How are you? That there's so many options out there that trying to force a player base into spending obscene amounts of money is never going to be the smart play. And it's, in my view, the cube keys are what is, I don't know if it's like a money grab or just poor economy setup, if that makes sense. It can't be a money grab. I don't think it's a money grab. I think it's a poor economy being set up. Because they have to have some kind of economy to generate money. It can't be everybody plays for free. We understand that. However, the way that you've set up your economy is such that people can either play for like 30 minutes or spend money, basically. What's up, Gojo? And that is a problem. Why is my thing constantly like disconnecting? God, today's just not been my day. I quit. I quit everything. Everything is quit. I quit everything. Today is not my day. Today is not my day. But no, so the way that they have the economy set up right now, with regards to the cube keys being the quote unquote gatekeepers to, there it is. Why is it not keeping up with the actual? That's weird. All right, maybe that's just because I did the direct thing out. Okay, so the cube keys are not, the way the cube keys are set up is not conducive to like encouraging more gameplay throughout the game. So then you get to the point of where today you wait on reset, you get 50 cube keys, and someone brought it up, and it's true. It's true. Yesterday I was telling you that to get 30% from other weapons if you don't ever use them. Oh no, I know. That's what I was. That's what I was trying to set up the SSR stuff for, so I put that on there, but not that right now. So with the cube keys, if I'm not spending, I've waited for reset, and now I can do, if I'm not doing some kind of, I'm gonna go get some gold from the Gila monster or some kind of Masteries thing. If I'm sticking to what I'm able to play, if I do any of the dungeons, that's 20 cube keys. If I do a boss challenge, that is 20 cube keys. Anyone that's worth a damn, right? So that means I can do one boss challenge, one dungeon, and then one like field boss, and then I'm done for the day. And those activities would have taken me, let's say the dungeon takes 20 minutes. This boss takes 5, and then the field boss takes another 5. That's 30 minutes of gameplay before I have to either up star fragments or up cash. They give us these large bag of cube keys, which great, that's awesome. Those get burned quickly if you're already at this stage and you just want to play. And the idea was, okay, we're going to loosen up the purse strings a little bit and let you get some mastery resources after you beat a field boss. But that mastery resource is one thing. It's not even like, and this is the, and I don't like complaining, but damn it, I'm going to complain today. It's fine. It's literally one piece of this or one piece of this. You're not getting 4. So I'm getting 1/4 potentially 1/4, because if you need three of these, then you're screwed. 1/4 of what it takes to complete this mastery, right? So 1/16. So you mean to tell me, theoretically, I have to beat that boss, if I only need one, by the way, because some of them require three, etc. I need to beat that boss 16 times to get like just the 25% of one mastery requirement. Ooh, doesn't that feel like a little bit of a grind? Just a smidge? Isn't that a little bit grindy? No? Am I alone in that? Okay. There's so much about the game to like. And I talk about all the stuff I like a lot too, so don't get that twisted. But this is a sticking point. Not even the goal. Like, there are little like hacks and tricks. Yeah, it was Gojo. Gojo showed me one too. There's like little hacks and tricks and everything to get more gold. That's fine. But part of the reason why gold is such a bottleneck at the moment is because in order to get gold, you need cube keys. I can't just go farm a bunch of gold because I need the cube keys for that. And so then what's the alternative? Do I just burn all of my star fragments and be like, hey, because here's the other thing too. We have an event. Well, not an event. Supposedly in 2 weeks, week and a half, whatever, we're going to get the next SSR. Supposedly. Have seen no announcements. Don't know who it is. If that's what you want from me, I don't know. But at the same time, now it's just kind of like, well, what's the point of me holding on to these star fragments? I mean, I'm missing King. Shouldn't I just burn these now anyway and go get King? If I can. What's going to end up happening? I'm going to get another Gila. That's what's going to end up happening. But I don't know. I found myself sitting down the last couple of evenings like to play, and where I was like really excited to play or to do something, I was kind of like tired before I even started. Does that make sense? I'm tired because I was going to have to figure out a way to make this work without trying to spend goo gobs of cube keys. Oh, we got the weekly. Yay. Let's get all of those. Yay. As I complain about cube keys still. Yay. So, am I alone in this? Or is it that I'm just playing too much? Do I need to like switch over to I did play Madden, like 3 games of Madden last night. Do I need to like just switch over to other games and just not let this game be the focus that I've let it be for the last like month? Do I need to be a better adjusted individual? Is that it? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, all that being said, this morning I went ahead and crafted the SSR rapier for Gila. That goes to that whole thing. But that's why I always that's why I always have like try to have SSR weapons on my main team. I need to switch his up. But I have that on Gila. The idea being, one, this is gonna help Escanor, who's kind of disappointing me too. Maybe I'm just in a negative mood. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I need to take a vacation. I need a vacation. This is supposedly also to help with my fire dungeon team, whatever you want to call it. Because I am having trouble with like the spider dungeon. I do not like that lady at all. That's way too bright. At all. So this was geared towards that. I'll level that up when I get the gold that's necessary. Right now, I'm trying to figure out what the next steps are in the whole thing, which is Diane's Masteries. And I think she will be my next, like, fully mastered. No, I disagree with you on that, Gojo, a lot. Because building on DPSs only, there's always going to be that next DPS that does damage. I am very into building up. This is like my philosophy behind playing. Like I'm very, very into building up support over attack. So that's why Elaine is going to be built that way. That's why Manny's going to be built that way. Because I want the barrier up. I want them to have longer survivability. They have more utility. whenever Escanor building up Escanor, building up Escanor, okay, well, Meliodas is still a better damage dealer. You know what I mean? So, from other characters, you get only CC. CC? You need to relax on the acronyms. I don't know what CC is. No idea what CC is. But no, so like typically I try to stick with the support characters first and then the DPS characters. And bear in mind that my account is middle of the road. But I would rather focus on Manny and Elaine. Diane, I do like. I do like Diane a lot. Then focus on, well, Meliodas is already where he needs to be. Then to focus on Escanor, for example. Gila's already where she needs to be. She just needed a weapon, basically. And I think now that I said it to myself, maybe I should be working on Manny's masteries. But what's her name's? No, that's not an argument. I'm just saying not to force to do what I like. Oh no. We're not. I don't mean argument in the argument's sake. It's a discussion. Don't worry about it. I'm not about to ban you because you disagree and I disagree. No, it's this is just disagreement. This is just a discourse conversation. But no, like usually, and this is a usual thing. So I could be wrong on this, but typically, and actually, fair enough, I would have been wrong about this with Meliodas. I just happened to just put a bunch of resources into him because everybody said to. Typically, and you've heard me say this, support characters last longer than damage characters because people like, it's same thing behind sports. People like offense, bigger numbers, and all that other stuff. But they're going to have like DPS characters are going to fall off in terms of their damage faster, given other characters that come out or what they do in like PvE content to negate certain things, than support characters. So, for example, barrier is going to be barrier. When a lane comes out and puts up barrier, that's going to be a thing. That's going to be good, regardless. However, there could be a counter to the burst gauge from Meliodas. There could be a counter to. They could bring out the next boss challenge, and that boss only is vulnerable to cold. So that rules out Meliodas and Escanor. You know, if you do all the masteries, you will get crit chance and crit damage too from the. Gotcha. Yeah. So when you go down to the potential. Let's do the Meliodas. Is that on masteries or well? Let's see. Nope. That thing. There we go. Does it not let you do the? It's only gonna. Right. You're not gonna let me do it, are you? Okay. But I hear you. The other part of it though is you do get increased stats all over when you increase the masteries, right? So it's not just the so let's go to Diane, for example. When I do get her, we're very far away from that. When I do complete this next mastery, then I'll get amplified special attack power by 35%. I'm saying all this about support characters, knowing that I'm doing this for a damage character, but I mean she does help build a burst gauge. Yeah, which is why I was almost thinking to do it for Manny. Amplifies normal skill power by 20%. If I did it for her dual blades. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. And the mastery for the dual blades are, I mean, they're not far off. I only have to do like one more layer. So I could do theoretically today, maybe not today, because like I said, the grind is real. I'd have to use all of those like large bags. Theoretically, I could do the masteries for both, complete the masteries for both Diane and Manny, and then that's my main team is Elaine, Diane, Meliodas, and Manny. Check the dots on the masteries which are not filled. Oh, get back here. Oh, now you want to go over there. I was trying to go over there forever ago. This thing? No. You're talking about. I don't think you're referring to this. Always active. Oh, the shared mastery, and then each of the individual ones. Um, I always do the wrong triggers whenever I'm going through masteries. That's the other thing too. I will also need to get, I guess, 10 of these things, which is going to require me to go after all of those bosses at least 2 times today, which will require 100. I think I have to do it for this one too, right? Come over. Not it. Oh, those things you're talking about. Well, yeah. But then that means I will need to. See me getting tired already? See me getting tired already. So I will go ahead and attack the field bosses, get rid of them, so I go ahead and get enough of that symbol or whatever so that I can unlock that last mastery for Manny while at the same time preparing myself to go at a bunch of elite bosses so that I can fill up their masteries. That sounds grindy, but it's okay. Now that we have enough cube keys for the next 2 days. How many cube keys is it? Let me see if I'm really just being negative right now and if it's like more than I expect. Because this is the large one. Oh, nope, it's just the regular. I thought it was the large. So then it gives us 7 times 20, 140 cube keys for the week. So then what I was talking about doing, and I was overestimating literally everything, is I could do attack those field bosses 1 time each. That's 50 right there. And then I'd have to just go into the masteries regardless and do those monster drops. So I wouldn't be able to do it until the next time. If you use keys efficiently, you can build your team at no time. Yeah, but also, but that's the thing. Remember, we talked about this before. There's a difference between, I'm doing the general complaining overall with if you are a person who is not a content creator. Because someone came into the chat yesterday to talk about how the cube keys are a gate to gameplay. Not even necessarily building the team, but to gameplay. If you do your dungeons, if you do your boss challenge, and then you do one field boss, you've used 50 keys in the day. And then that's it. That's 30 minutes of gameplay. I spread it all out. So I know I'm burning through resources. But someone who came on yesterday, who's not part of the content creation thing, is like, okay, yeah, so now we've got a reset. I've got 2 dungeons and a boss challenge. Okay. You want to play and you want more resources, and they said they would give us more, a chance to get more resources for defeating the bosses. You get 1/16 of what you need to complete a mastery. So if you're lucky, it might be even more if it's one of those, you need 3 of these things. So, and I got a gang of oh my gosh, is this, okay, is it stuck again or no? Is it just my screen messing up? Okay. All right. But yeah, from my perspective, it slowed me down, but I've been grinding a lot, so I understand that part. But see, some people just want to play. And admittedly, what's NT? Is that a game? Because you guys keep mentioning that, and I don't understand what NTE is. I've asked several times, and everybody just says that and then never gives me an explanation for what it is. I thought it was a game. Okay, so I guess what I need to do is go Go ahead, the field bosses. Okay. Neverness to Everness released on April 29th. If I do play that, that's going to be me playing privately at home. I've already gotten like promotions and everything up for me doing this game and stuff. So switching the channel over and over and over again just leads to people on the YouTube channel being like, yeah, we're done with this. And I've already switched up a lot. Thank you, DC Worlds Collide, for being craptastic. But, oh, I didn't even heal myself up. Man, I look at you differently now. But yeah, I'll check it out privately and play. I guess it's PlayStation, or is it mobile? Oop, 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 oop. Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. Actually, the one game that I'm still waiting on, and I guess we're closer to it, closer, is the Wolverine game. That will be one game that I'll probably try to stream or something, because although that game is going to be nuts violent, so I don't know. But that's one game I cannot wait to come out this fall. No, I'm telling you to try it, even if you don't. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. It might, well, here's the other thing about it, too, that I've noticed, and I think I've told you guys this before. Or no, I told you yesterday. So I was going through my analytics for the YouTube channel, because Twitch gives me nothing. I just stream there, but I really get nothing from Twitch. Is that I've come to find that quite literally 0.11% of my viewership is from streams. Like 0.11%. Everything else is YouTube channel. So, God, 10 keys is just so much. So basically, the streaming is literally just for fun, and I need to make it efficient, where I'm also doing the YouTube videos, which you guys have seen me do a billion times. I need to make it efficient, but it brings quite literally nothing in terms of like audience. The YouTube does. So it's also the case that I could just mess around on the stream and play whatever games, and maybe start doing that a little bit more. And hey, oh, I gotta do the blow. Yeah, okay, whatever. I was gonna try to do something fun, but then too much. Let's go ahead and get the chest and be over with. But yeah, so the stream can be a little bit more fun and engaging, and then I just have to keep track of making the YouTube content that I need to keep things up. So we'll see. I can explore that stuff a little bit more. And it just came out. So what is Neverness to Everness? That sounds like a bad alternative rock album. Okay. Mm, okay. And actually, one thing I am disappointed in is someone did recommend Expedition 33, and I didn't get my PlayStation set up in time. I was just too impatient, and I played it. I wish I had played that online. It's a new gotcha game. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, man, more gotcha. I mean, Meliodas, this double jump of yours is so annoying at times. Thank you. Oh, a new gotcha game. What IP is it though? Because I am one of those guys. Hate to. Well, I mean, you guys would know it. I need an IP behind it that I care about in order to play the gotcha game. You know what I mean? Like I can't do gotcha games. I've tried. Like that was Ray Shadow Legends, for example. There was another one. I cannot remember the name of it, but it was like a hero idol game that was gotcha, and it was actually one of those. Oh, you get all the levels and everything, and it just didn't interest me. I need like an IP behind it in order to feel like something. Oh boy. Got him. It's better than every gotcha. No 50-50. Mm. So what's the IP? What's the what anime series? What Marvel DC universe characters, or is it just straight up like, no man, we got all these new characters that nobody knows. We go down here. Mm, okay. Who you with? There we go. Okay, yeah, never heard of him. All right, I'll give it a look. I will give it a look. Just because it's you, Gojo, I'll give it a look. We'll see. Move. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, see, this is, I guess, part of the problem when you get to now. I'm kind of understanding what the end game players were talking about. So once you get to this level, have they done World Level 5 yet? Or they said it's coming soon. You can drive cars like GTA. That's what it was. I think that's what where it was kind of a mob based gotcha game where you're building up your own empire or whatever. I think. Tell me if I'm wrong, but now I'm thinking someone was talking about it. I got the limited banner character in 20 pulls. Like I'm wondering because it was something like I might be way off base. I might be way off base, but I seem to remember somebody telling me. Where am I going now? I seem to remember somebody telling me about a game that was kind of like a mobster style game. At least it sounded like a mobster style game where it's similar to GTA, but it's a gotcha game. Hmm. I never played City Tycoon. Isn't City Tycoon like one of those roller coaster games, like Roller Coaster Tycoon, where you're just like building your own? So is it like Tycoon with the criminal element mixed into it? Okay, that could be interesting, especially online streaming multiplayer types. That could be very interesting if it is what I'm thinking it is. Why am I even bothering with a barrier? Let's just chop chop. Let's go. And by the way, he is my least favorite now. He's so annoying with his jumps. Just die. It's not even that he causes damage. It's just he's annoying, and he always jumps at the wrong time. At least the wrong time for me. I guess it's the right time for him, huh? Bruh. You are obnoxious. Just wait. You wait till Meliodas get out here. You just wait, bro. You just wait. You just wait. Oh, there we go. And then as soon as I trigger that stuff, he starts jumping. It's ugh. And he disappears. So I'm gonna just stand in the middle of this and you come attack me, bro. Hate him so much. Let me see. Tired of trying to be cute. Asshole. Oh, sorry. He's just obnoxious. He's just obnoxious. He's just moving around recklessly. I can't stand him. Anyway, let's go ahead and go to the Gray Demon. 90 pull guaranteed on limited character, but that's because they don't have a true IP. I can see. Okay, that IP makes a difference in a lot of those decisions that need to be made. But if it's you're built like okay, I gotta check City Tycoon to see if it's the game that I'm thinking of. But the game I'm thinking of, there was one game I think it was called Mafia, where basically you were trying to take over different blocks of one whole city, right? And from what you describe, well, you just said you can drive cars like GTA, but what you describe, it might be something like that. Let's see. Still, the name Neverness to Everness is very misleading. Sounds like a 1980s fantasy movie, a never-ending story, or Princess Bride or something. Which shout out to both of those amazing movies. Still never saw Willow though. No, I've seen Willow, just on Fox Kids. Anyway, but yeah, that's what it sounds like. That's what it reminds me of. Why do you keep attacking old buddy who's praying? Just let him live, so we can kill the other. And whoop, gotcha. Ha 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 ha. Oh well, you can go to hell. Is this just not my day today? Yep, nope, just not my day today. It's really just not my day today. Cannot believe I missed that. And now he's up in the air. You jerk. And why can't she? You gonna bring him down yet? No? No? Not even a little bit of damage? Okay, Elaine. No? There we go. So let's see. Everness to Neverness to Everness. Let me see if I can look that up while I'm here. Never. Oh, wow. I didn't even have to type the whole thing out. That was fast. Immerse yourself in the story. Collect powerful heroes. Oh, wait. No, this is Wuthering Waves. Someone mentioned this game too. Wuthering Waves. Someone mentioned this game too. So both of the, I type in Everness to Neverness, and then that game shows up. I'm sorry, Neverness to Everness. I'm doing the old guy thing now, where I switch up the. Oh, is this one of those fan? What do they call it? Like Chaos Zero Nightmare, where basically it is fans that provide the art for it. uh, am I allowed to play this music? We're gonna just mute that right fast. Oh, you played that one for 2 days? I'm guessing that you said that for 2 days in the way of like, yeah, don't bother. I played that for 2 days. Don't waste your time. Supernatural urban open world coexisting with anomalies. Okay. Yeah, but this feels very what is it called when they have the fans who actually end up contributing most of the artwork for a game? Because I had it was with Zero Chaos Nightmare. Chaos Zero Nightmare was the same thing. I played that for a little bit on stream. I tried to make videos of it, and that ended with me just making tons and tons of jokes about women with gigantic boobs being drawn by teenagers in a basement because that's what that was. No, no, but you made it sound like Vuva, which I guess is the Wuthering whatever's, was not so fun when you were like, I played it for 2 days. All right, so Neverness to Everness. We're gonna put it to the side. We'll give it a look, but it looks like it's just a PC download, and then I guess maybe other platforms. Okay. All right, it's over to the side. And then Wuthering Waves is also over to the side. This is What made you fall out on that game? Fan made, but there's a specific word for it, but not like fan made, but like what ends up happening with some games is that they'll have a budget for certain things. 50 gigs on PC, that's not bad enough. They'll have a certain budget for certain things, right? And so they may go like, is it fan sourced? I can't remember what it was, but it's where they go out and they'll have the fans help contribute to the artwork and everything. And so then the characters themselves, when you see the game itself, the characters aren't moving except a little bit of like breathing or their eyes blink every once in a while, and it's mostly like dialogue story driven that way. The characters even slide in and out, they don't walk in and out of the scene. um those kind of games is what I'm sure you've downloaded a couple, and whether you liked it or not, you've been like, you know what I'm talking about. um but that's what Chaos Zero Nightmare was mostly, and then the gameplay itself was very Super Nintendo style of characters that would be playing in like Super Nintendo graphics, so 32-bit style of characters that are doing the actual gameplay itself. Like props to them, it was an interesting game, it was fun, but I just didn't stick with it long. But yeah, there are games that do that, and a telltale sign for some of them is like you're making like ridiculously proportioned bodied people, like ridiculously so. But yeah, let's see. So now I have what I would need to open up Manny so I can do her final masteries. And I don't believe, yeah, then I could work on Manny's. And then Diane is over her, right? Now, smart money, I think, would be on doing Manny first and then doing Diane, because I assume I'm gonna run out of cube keys before I can complete like 2 and 3 of her axe mastery. So yeah, as I'm saying that, let's just do Manny. We'll get it over with. She will be my third fully mastered. Have all the things yeah, exactly. Have all the things mastered. Do you run Manny a lot in your builds? Run your teams? Because truth be told, to me, she seems like she's very. Oh, plus I don't even have to do that much to get the rest of this. That's what's up. This is just a gathering situation, right? Okay, cool. So we'll go to this boss first, knock him down 4 times, and then go from there. Is this Genshin? Nope, nope, nope. It's Seven Deadly Sins Origin. But you knew that. You knew that. Although a lot of people have made that comparison. You run Manny in every team. Okay. That was the other thing too that I was getting confused about as I was like going back and forth. The thing that she does with her normal skill, where she resets the cooldowns of all allies. I think, well, not resets, but reduces the cooldown of all allies, right? That's, it's tremendously useful. I'm a fan. I remember there was something about there being the use of her and Elaine together, but I think that was back when people would use Elaine to build the burst gauge very quickly. And now that can be done with Diane or Jericho, or anybody can build, not anybody, but There are multiple characters now that can build the burst gauge very quickly. Boom, 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 boom. Now you need only crit damage from special kill skill on Manny. Okay. Oh, by the way, what's up, Daily Chan? How you doing? Die. Haha, sneak attack on the. I swear he fights like he's drunk. It's so funny. He fights like a drunk football player. American football, by the way. Like, why are you getting down in the 3 point stance, my guy? You're trying to relive your glory years of high school football? Stop it. Okay. Hey, I forgot I'm gonna have to spend this stuff. Boo. Forever booze. Okay, so I might as well. Okay. Yeah, see. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I know it's not just me, but the cube key gate is I'm not gonna say real problem like, oh, this is a real issue. No, there's real issues. But I'm not a fan. It makes me less of a fan. And I can see people dropping off because of it. But anyway, back to Manny. Geo. But I do need to go collect those flowers. So we can go collect some flowers right fast. And then come back and fight that boss again. Oh yeah, it's very gotcha, by the way, Daily. It is a very, very, very gotcha. Is truth be told, and asking for real. Asking for a friend. Um, are there many free to play games that aren't gotcha? And I don't even mean to say this like to disparage your question, you know what I'm saying? But like there seems to be like a concerted effort, or at least maybe those are the games I'm playing, where Marvel Strike Force is the one I come up with, where that's a gotcha system, but you're getting fragments along the way, so you're building the character regardless of. Whereas like now, the more games I see, like the games that I'm seeing now, they are very much centered around you pull the whole character, you get nothing. Is that is that just me having that feeling? Like a lot of games have moved more towards the model of you either get the whole character or no character style, and not necessarily you can get fragments here, get fragments there, and build up your character eventually. It might take you a month or two, but you'll get them eventually instead of having to just save up tickets, pull gotcha tickets, and then cross your fingers. Like part of the not appeal, but part of my worry about making this gotcha pull right now for King is that even if I pull an SSR, it's not guaranteed to be King, and there's no way for me to like focus towards getting him. So I don't know. Like, there's not even that like, oh, you're gonna get however many fragments, or if you battle in this area, you'll get 10 fragments of King, and if you get 100 of those fragments, you're gonna be able to build them. Like, there's none of that, bruh. Why am I riding on the slowest of my animals? Goofy looking dragon. Oh, by the way, tried to catch a purple dragon yesterday. Wasted all of my potions. That's nice, isn't it? Anyway, forget I only need the last set of accessories, but I don't have blueprints to craft that. To actually, I do have like some of the accessory blueprints, but the frag I just got. That's why I only did the rapier this morning, was because I finally got the final piece after attacking the golem and Gila's thing a few times. I finally got that attack piece. Well, it makes companies money, so it's obvious everyone wants a Genshin success clone. True, fair, but the problem is, and here's the thing: I'm not anti make your money, just don't lie to me about it, and don't make it too like I'm gonna wring your neck to get this money out of you style. Sure, follow it, go for the success thing. It's just that I've seen a lot of games where and I won't refer to the games anymore. I'm tired of talking about them. But where it is, you're trying so hard to do that system, but not take what. And I never played Genshin, but everybody talks about how good it is. But not take the best parts. You're like, oh well, look at what they did, how much money they did. Let's make it worse and get more money, and then the game dies within a year, and it's just a waste of money. Um, so it feels like they want to take it and then guarantee, like, prove to themselves that they can improve it, and then they just end up dying much faster than the originators, which always made me wonder. You see what they're doing right. Why do you have to take it to the extreme? You could just try slight differences and see what happens and whatever. But they, it seems as though, me complaining and me not wanting to, they'll take it to an extreme that just turns off the fan base. I've seen commercials quite literally where, two commercials actually, for two different games, where they say, hey guys, come back to this game. We've changed all this stuff that you hated about us trying to steal your money. Which wasn't like them saying it outright. See, Genshin sucks, lol. They're still around is my point. And there's gonna be some sucky elements to it, but Genshin's been around for a bit, hasn't it? For the rapier, twisted thoughts, accessories are good, which only can be crafted. Netmarble was the company that, I guess everybody, okay. My experience, let's put it that way. My experience with Netmarble has been that I did not play their games for a couple years based on how bad they did some of that stuff that I'm talking about now. And I was hesitant to play this one when I found out it was made by Netmarble. So far, so good. I still have my little complaints, but to be fair, it's me whining. It's me whining because I want to play the game more. Let's be real about it. I wish they would loosen up the purse strings on the cube key so that it would help us with farming and everything else. But I do still enjoy the game as a whole itself. Fine. The concept of what a successful gotcha game is, it can vary, it can be different, and there's just different approaches. There's no one single good approach, right? But I think everybody knows when, or not everybody, but it comes out really fast when it's just like, this is just literally a money pit and we're trying to take your money. It happened to let's just steer away from all. It happened to Ninja Turtles Legends. That game would have been so much fun, but they made it such a money grab that now it just runs on a server and it fools people every once in a while with no new content. People come in like me wanting to play it, seeing that the game is dead, and then they just waste their money and they dip out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My experience was not that, Gojo, because my experience with Netmarble was Future Revolution, where they literally murdered that game within a year because of how money hungry they were. You know why they are around is because the first success gotcha literally compares to a tile, and many people invested in Genshin, so they don't want to leave it. Ooh, I would debate that one because the you're the first person to come on my stream, granted not a big stream, who's been giving me negative feedback on Genshin. Usually, what people do is they'll come on and see me play this game and then immediately say I need to try Genshin. Like dead up, and I've never tried it, so I have no dog in the fight. I don't know. I've never played it before, but I would say safely, and I mean Gojo might be able to confirm this. I don't know how much he's active on my stream, but sometimes people active, sometimes people just like chill within the background. I don't know how active he's been during those times, but I would say honestly, you're the first person that has come in with like a negative vibe towards it. No one else has ever said anything like negative on my stream, which again, very small stream. So I don't know. I don't know. It could just be I just haven't run into those people yet who have something negative to say about it. But yeah, I'm not gonna try it if that makes you feel any better. It wasn't gonna be the plan. But I guess the overall concept of gotcha, I guess a large part of it is just experience. I can't right now, bro. We're doing stuff right now, bro. I can't. There's one feature. I wish you could put your online status as like away. That would be nice. So that way people don't feel like they're being ignored while someone else is doing something. I don't want to like ignore the person, but I'm not joining a party right now because I'm trying to work on Manny. But yeah, I think outside of that Marvel Future Revolution thing, but I'd rather play Genshin than this. I just got this recommendation and never seen the gameplay. Okay, so then I'm gonna ask a question then. Having not played this game and knowing what Genshin is and you not liking Genshin, what makes you say you'd rather play Genshin than this game? Is it just strictly the IP? Or is it just me talking all this negative stuff? Bro, I'm gonna have to fight this motherfucker 2 more times. All right. Oh, bro. Okay. And sorry if I'm asking too many questions. Like I like to get people when people say stuff. I don't like hearing or not like when people say, "Oh, Genshin sucks." I want to know why. I'm not gonna just like combat it or say that. Just like when Gojo says like Netmarble is better, is I want to have like the discussion around it. Like I have a very different view on Netmarble. This game is, I don't know, maybe tilting the scales one way or the other, but I want to know like if he says Netmarble gives much more, what has been his experience in the ones that give a lot less? Like Netmarble to me is better than who was the company that developed is it Epic Games? The one that developed Raid Shadow Legends? Better than them. I'll give you that. However, Raid Shadow Legends is still around and going very, very, very strong. And Marvel Future Revolution is dead. However, the only thing that Epic Games or they develop in my that I know of is Raid Shadow Legends, whereas Netmarble spreads around the developers and does different games. So that when it comes to Genshin, what is the I'd rather play Genshin than this one style of things? Oh, there he is again. I see you, buddy. Here we go. See, this is what I mean by the constant invites, and I'm not gonna join. But it is what it is. And now I can't battle. Okay, whatever. Got him. Got him. And now boop 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 boop. Boop 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 boop. Deuces. Okay. Dre, after recently getting into SDS just to play this Genshin clone, I'd have to say the fan service for this game is pretty damn good so far. Fan service was the word I was looking for, Gojo, by the way. I would much rather play in the world of Britannia. So then that's a preference about the actual IP itself. Daily Chan, because yep, IP and Genshin is way more popular, and I do have friends that quit Genshin, but I still have some around. But now I have Honkai Star Rail. So yours is more along the lines of you're familiar with Genshin, you got folks over in Genshin, you'd rather stick there than build up something new on this side with an IP that you care less about. If I'm being fair to your comment, Daily Chan. And then Dre is saying, or Dreo, I don't know. Dre is saying, you just prefer the IP over here. Like it's a clone, clear, but okay, you know what? I'm going to unfriend this guy because he keeps asking and I'm going to reject it very quickly and then unfriend him. See, this is what happens when they don't allow us to be, yeah. This is what happens when they don't let us say, hey, I'm offline right now. And I can only like block or, and I don't want to like block him. He didn't do anything wrong. I just don't want to, I just want to unfriend him. You have to block the person? All right, whatever. Anyway, okay, so, and it still won't, yeah. Is he still going to be there now? Okay, so it's, so block, okay. This feels harsh, right? This feels harsh. I'm not trying. Hopefully, he doesn't get in trouble for that. It's just that I'm busy right now, and you keep sending me the damn invite. Okay, so I played Soul Leveling Arise, and it's very free to play friendly, even though the Grand Cross is too. I looked at Soul Leveling Arise and never like actually opened it. I downloaded it, but didn't. To be honest, I love Seven Deadly Sins. I watch all the anime. I just finished season one last night, for the second time because I hadn't watched it in 10 years. I said this yesterday. Season three, everything up because I forgot how much I like Seven Deadly Sins because of how crappy season three was. So right now I'm gonna watch season two. I'm gonna stop there. Then I'm gonna read the manga. But like I like that anime a lot, and I did not realize how much I liked it. I forgot about Elizabeth for real. I forgot about her completely, and now it's like, oh, I remember why I loved that anime at first and why I was so heartbroken by season three. All right, that's off the topic. Um, then some rip off BOT World. Yeah, I mainly play this for the IP. I enjoy Genshin, so I tried this. And to be fair, seeing how they add things the players ask for, it can be a pretty good game. The other part about this is it is only like a month and a half old. So like to be fair, they're still like finding their way along. Like the economy, this is one of those things about the economy that somebody brought up and it was very true. And maybe they're doing that here. Is that it's always easier to give than to take away. Meaning, as you're trying to find the balance to something, and it sucks the way what I'm about to say. As you're trying to find the balance to something, it's easier for you to make it very, very tight and very, very like hard to get a hold of, and then loosen it, and people like it, as opposed to like giving way too much and then taking it away. It's the same. You'll end up in the same middle, but the perspective is different. If you gave me the whole world and then take half of it away, I'm upset. But if you give me like 10% of the world and then you release up to 50, I'm happy. You know what I mean? So maybe that's what they're doing. My friend was saying that Genshin devs never listen to players. You could say that about 75% of the games out, and guess what? They die. Yeah, gacha games are usually tedious, but mainly pay to win. This is very tedious, but I've never had to pay to get the characters they give free all the time, and I started late. Oh, you mean with yeah, you're on this one, you mean. Okay, gotcha. I think getting the newer characters is relatively easy, but I will say this. To be fair again, this is because the game is new and the character pool isn't so deep. If this is a game, like for example, Genshin, I don't know how long that game has been out. I don't know how many characters are actually available. So let's just be frank about that. But if okay, Raid Shadow is one of the go-to. Marvel Strike Force. They have hundreds of characters. And so if you're trying to do a gotcha system with that, it's going to feel way, 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 way worse because you have to go through 100, 200, 300, 400 characters to get that one that you want, maybe. Whereas here, there's like 8 SSRs. So the probability of you snatching one up is way, way higher, which is part of the reason why I think I should just go for King now. But do you see my point? So like it's a little bit easier in this way. And to be fair, I'm not pay to win, but I do put some money down. So, but again, content creator, McDonald's money, blah 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 blah. All the warnings I give. Don't spend if you ain't got it. It's just a game. It ain't that big of a deal. Who invited y'all to the party? It's not that big of a deal. It is just a game. You'll get stuff eventually. Don't mess up your life trying to keep up with content creators. Is stupid. All that jazz. All the warnings that are necessary. Hey, get up. Why are you napping, Meliodas? What you doing? Okay. But the game close to Genshin that I play is, and someone just told me not to play that, Gojo. Woo Wah. That was the Withering Waves or whatever. 56 plus SSR, 500 summon tickets. So second Annie on soul leveling arrived. Other thing about soul leveling, and this is the worry I had about Seven Deadly Sins before I like started rewatching the anime, and now I'm not as worried. Does soul leveling have enough characters to create a gotcha game? Because that was the same issue I had with the Kaiju number 8, where it was like, y'all ain't got but like 5 characters in the first place, and now you're giving me dupes of these characters already. Like, it's fun. It was a fun game. It lasted for about a month and a half, and then I was done with it. Go play Uma Musume, but don't get into the community. No way, Wuwa is way better than Genshin, bro. They got bad taste. I had it recommended to me, and then I had someone say don't. I'm just saying what I heard. I'm not doing anything else. So the whole thing, and that's the other part of it too. Sorry guys. I'm old. I gotta write stuff down. And I already wrote down Withering Waves. And there was another one that I wrote down. I don't know if I put it over here or not. No. Really? And it doesn't, Gojo, it doesn't take away from the Daily Chan is like, who said it? Who said? Give me that. What the name? What the name? What the name? Where they live? Where they live? I want to know who. You tell me now. Be careful. The person who said it, you might get hunted down. Have Daily Chan showing up at your door with a baseball bat. Say that again. Say it again. I bet you won't say it to my face. Yeah, NTE and Withering Wave were the 2 that were recommended to me last time. And then let's see. Uma Musume. All right. But you said the community. Okay, Daily Chan, I'm going to reject Uma Musume. Just because I'm the kind of person who likes to have... You see me over here giggling, having fun on the chat and stuff like that. I like having... We can complain, and I will complain from time to time, but I like having like positive, good vibes, like people around. I don't want somebody to come in and immediately just be like, you know what I mean? Like, and bad communities generate that. Does that make sense? Where it's like coming in and being negative or having an opinion is one thing. Coming in and just being a whole is another. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'd rather not. So I'm gonna get NTE. I've already got it all loaded up. We're gonna look at it this evening. Maybe. If it doesn't rain, we'll look at it this evening. Right? Who said it? I'm not snitching. Daily Chan. I'm not gonna. Exactly. Yeah, the giving to balance instead of taking from is more lenient than gotchas I've played. But on the 100 plus gotcha system, I agree. But banners usually offer easier chances, just not often. And that's the other part of it too, Dre. Is I hear you 100%, but then you have to have the game that's willing to do that. So far, Bleach has, and they don't even need to because there's not that many characters in. But you do have those games that where it's like you're not really about to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not really about to do it that much. And to be fair to them, if you got 500 characters in a game, geez, man, like what are you supposed to do? At a certain point, it's just kind of like, guys, we've been around for 8 years. You're gonna miss some stuff. You know what I mean? Like at certain points, you have to. I wanted to write another one. Oh yeah, soul level. I'm gonna get soul leveling because I had soul leveling arise like 2 years ago when it first came out, and I never opened it. So I'll go ahead and do that. NTE is good. I'm at level 22 right now. Like, okay, all right. You are a part of the others who've said it. I was never into open world gacha before. I played 7 Deadly Sins Origin and it was more fun for me. 7 Deadly Sins I like. I never tried Genshin and I have no investment in the IP. So, I mean, there's that. But, okay. And to be fair, this is the first one that's like this that I've played. And I'm enjoying it a lot. I have some complaints, but the complaints are not enough for me to be like, I'll never play it again. And they're also whoop, whoop. And it's also like coming from a place of like not like severe criticism, but like, yo, this is an improvement because I like the game I wanted to be around. Not, proclamations of like the server's shutting down if they don't do this. No, it's not that. But there are some and again, affording them some grace because they just started. There are some places for improvement. I'm sure they have they have the meetings. They know the numbers if people are going into the game, out of the game, and all the other stuff. So I'm sure they're aware on some level. Just, chop, chop, dog. Can we hurry up and get it there? I played Genshin, Wuwa, Honkai, and our night night and day. Then I never opened them. Really? Arc Knight. Okay, for one day. Then so the Genshin, Wuwa, Honkai, and Arc Knight you play for one day and then never open them again. Really? And are they all those games and the things that you mentioned? Just to get an understanding, and they're all similar, like open world gotcha collector RPG games. They're all similar, like in this vein. Okay. And by the way, Daily Chan, if you were trying to find the person who said that about Woowa, I mean, Gojo just self snitched. I follow into E hard. I got into the alpha and beta, and I'm in the create. Oh, congratulations! That's congratulations worthy. But happy like you like it. You play for one day. Crazy. I reached level 44 on Genshin. I used to love it, but became stale. I think that's part. How long have you been playing Genshin? Because I think that part of it is if you can't, like, they give you the ads and everything. Well, don't worry, this isn't pay to win. You get tons of levels, and you'll be level 200 in the first 5. Then that's too much. Then you don't feel like you're accomplishing anything, and you kind of burn out of it the other way, where it's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna keep getting these levels, and what does it really mean? Like, that sounds so existential, but it really is. Like, if it's too easy, do I even want to be here? Kind of deal. If it's that easy, then I want some kind of at least most gamers. There's some people who just want idle gameplay and put it to the side. No offense, that's just what they want. But like, I need some challenge. There has to be a balance of like, this is hard, or this was a lot of work. So when I finally get there, I'm screaming, yeah, and I'm really, really happy that I got it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's the reason why, like, I think, this is the reason why any of us really got into gaming is that, God, it's going to sound such like an old guy thing, but like that sense of accomplishment. I did it. I made it. And then you go talk to your friends about like, yo, man, I was on this thing for X amount of time and then someone else identifies like, oh, wait, you mean that part? Oh man, I hated that part. Like that little bit of, that's why the community thing was so important to me. That little bit of communal, like, hey, we went through it, we got through it, or here's a tip, or here's that stuff. You know what I mean? I think that if it's too easy, then it becomes just as stale as a game that's too grindy, if that makes sense. Wuwa was good, but I was late on the game, so I didn't give it a second thought. But Wuwa, didn't it just come out? It's not that old, is it? Saying Genshin was much in 2022. After a month or two, I got some FYA characters and dropped it. The map expansions were exciting though after coming back after a year or two, but yeah, that was the last time. No violation for saying that this was Wuwa. You need to have at least 15 hours or more in the game. Mm-hmm. Oh, Wuwa is old. Really? Because I'm not going to lie. The first time I heard of it was like 2, 3 days ago. Okay. 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 So then, honestly, I would probably look at NTE first, then soul leveling, then Wuwa. Because getting into the gotcha games late, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Get into them earlier than later. Let's see. Let me go to my team real quick and see where we're at. So back up to 70K after replacing Escanor. Yay! All right, now we need to work on the Masteries for Diane. And this is hoy vey. Let's see, get down here. And then I think I did the God on Meliodas yesterday, and I will release that today. Then I can do Elaine and Diane, right? I need to fold this page down. Yep, nerdy me. I got my whole like notebook over her, as I always say, as I always do. Let me see. And then next was, Yeah, so Diane, Daisy, Gila. Ooh. Where am I on my Gila Masteries? I think I just have two on them, right? Which is what it should be. Yeah, alright. And then the Jericho. That's done. Okay, so that's done. Dean. Yeah, Meliodas, Elaine, Diane, Gila. So the Meliodas guide is done. Elaine is next. And I've gotten all the masteries on Elaine. Manny already has a guide. Diane would be after that. Okay. All right, so let me finish the masteries on Diane. I built some of Daisy. I've built some of Daisy. Daisy, however, is put to the back burner a little bit just because her banner's no longer up. I've done Escanor, and I think though Daisy is good and she's a good nuke, I have her on an Earth Team build that I think is really good, but I don't know that anybody's really clamoring for Daisy like that. And truth be told, it feels as though the love for Escanor has died away, that he wasn't what people were expecting. So, or not as good as people expected. I still want to try him in the fire dungeon with Gila, Manny, and Elaine. It's just that the fire dungeon is expensive, and I'm not running into that horrible queen without some kind of reward coming back. Daisy is good support, better version of Manny. With the Grimoire? Because then that's what I'm missing. Because right now I'm using her with the sword and shield. And here's the thing though, she nukes though. She cracks skulls when she does that. No lie. That was about to be a weird statement. A little bit harder, but I might take. I need to get Escanor's axe. I was about to say I'd take her damage of Escanor's. That's probably wild. I probably shouldn't say that, but yeah. But when I figured out that nuke that she has, that you can make her do, then it was pretty good. Let's go attack this thing that I hate so much. You suck at life. All right, here we go. Yeah, with the Grimoire, but the main DPS are Mel and Eska right now. Is Escanor okay? I don't have his axe. I got to get his axe. Like Escanor is. I think I'm being maybe too critical, and I need to I did the whole rapier thing with Gila just so I could take it with Escanor into whatever dungeon, but he's been disappointing, very much so, and I'm not or maybe I just need to wait for the axe. I keep going back and forth on it. Maybe I'm being too. What is this? How did this happen? There's a bug. There's a bug in your game. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a tiny bit of a bug. Where I'm going to. Y'all saw that, right? Where I'm going in to fight one and then I get sucked into a battle with another. Is that it? Really? Where they do that at? Seriously, you took me half away. So the person who doesn't know this game, check out what just happened. I am here right now. I was all the way over here about to fight this lady. What was that? What in the Star Trek Next Generation was that BS? Dog, what was that? For anyone watching, the developers, Netmarble. Bug report. So now I've never all these games have their little bitty bugs. That was wild. It took me across the continent. The entire the literal opposite. Now to be fair, I was fighting the other one previously. That is insane. That is insane. Yeah, no, there have been some bugs that have been terrible, but I don't even know if that's a bug. I don't know that we could do that again. You might give me a billion tries and that will never happen again. That's one of those there's a ghost in the Matrix type deals. You know what I mean? Like that's something. That's the Mandela effect type. You know what I mean? That's out of this realm of. Okay, here we go. Let's see if it happens again. If it happens again, then, well, one, we have official video regardless of. Okay, cool. I was gonna say we got official video, so somebody can go ahead and clip that and send that to the developers over. I don't know their names, but the developers of Seven Deadly Sins Origin, and Netmarble, yo, what's up? We gonna need you to resolve this issue. Don't know if it's gonna be consistent issue, but we know it happened. It could be lag. Gojo. Gojo. Lag. What kind of lag with Gojo? What kind of you being funny? You better you being funny. Lag. Oh my god. That was hilarious. About to play this game just for the girl. So you know, Daily Chain, especially since you didn't seem like too convinced to begin with. So you know. You know, you said you have to be 15 hours in of Wuwa just to get it or whatever. Like I think as you were saying. This game's tutorial is a grind, and it almost made me quit. 2 hours into it, I was like, I'm frustrated. I'm ready to go. I stuck through it. I know you can. We're having giggles over here, Gojo. But the tutorial is a grind. Get through it, and then it's fun for me. It's really a good RPG, and I've never experienced this where it's an RPG and a collector. And I was trying to go through the tutorial like it was just a collector, and I was like, just hurry up. And then I realized, oh, it's a good story, and I do like the Seven Deadly Sins like story. And I'll be honest with you, this is better than season 3 of. Well, that's a low ass bar to clear. I mean, it's better than season 3 of Seven Deadly Sins, and that is. It's a low ass bar, but still, I like the story in this one a lot. Hey, they almost filtered me the hell out until I realized, like, when I switched, I have game modes in my head. When it's like a collector, let's hurry up, chop, let's get through this tutorial. When it's an RPG, there's no like, take my time. We learn it. When I realized, like, oh, they're really being an RPG. Okay, then I was like, all right, well, let me enjoy the story, and the story is enjoyable. The story was enjoyable. I would like to replay the. There's no way to do that, right? Because I would replay the story now. Acts 1 through 13. I'd replay it if I could. Because it's fun. Anyway. Let's go to. I cannot believe I just got Back to the Future all the way back to the mutated. What was that? It's got me confused. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead and slide this to the side. Then destruction fragment. Low quality destruction fragment. Let's go to the uncommon then and do something stupid because I don't feel like trying to hunt for that. And them damn things better stay away from me. It was an effective filter. It was an effective filter. It almost got me. Oh, it almost got me. All right. Hey, bro, where we at? Destruction. But we'll just do that for now. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Alrighty. Back. Bam. Bam. Boo. One more time. To be fair, I only had to hit that beast up one time. So it wasn't the worst. In order to get the second level. So there's a plus. I didn't have to go at it like 30. I'm still gonna have to go at it like 40 more times, I assume. But I didn't have to go at it more than once for that. I think that's all I needed, right? Should have probably paid attention to the math a little bit more closely. Hey, stop it. Let's get in there. Okay. Now I need to unlock you, which means I need gold. I need gold. So, probably gonna use the method that Gojo taught me to get some quick gold and some resources because I do need to stack back up the weapons fragments. Yeah, I keep getting that. I need to buy a new camera. That's the thing. So hey, subscribe, like, watch my videos so I can go buy a new camera. Yeah. So let's go ahead and go into the dungeon and go into that golem battle. Beas. This has to be like one of the best tips. No lie. Gojo still gets the state claim over that. This has to be one of the best tips ever. All right, so now you will see some additional for Mr. Daily Chan. You will see some additional fights as we go in here. Oh, I'm always bad at this part, that part. I'm terrible at that part. All right, here we go. I can never line myself up enough. There we go. There it is. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. All right. Oops. Hey, buddy. How you doing? You taking a nap? Stay away from the portal. Get away from me. All right. Bang. Chip, chip, chip. Whoop. Miss me. Boop, 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 boop. Ah, you got me that time. To be fair, you got me that time. Bang, 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 bang. Wop, 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 wop. Hey, bruh, that you were not allowed to lay your hands on me. That is no means no, sir. Wop, wop. Okay. Let's check back in. Tag up. Hey, sir. If King was here, he'd be so mad at you for hitting Diane. He'd be so mad. You'd be cut up in so many pieces with all the knives. Like, all the knives. All right, so check, 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 check. Bam, let's go ahead and spam this. Spam this. Yeah. Okay. So, what's up, Cecil? Was thinking of playing the game. Is it worth it if you can only spend an hour on it? Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem. It's only an hour on, like, the argument that I was making is when you're getting to this kind of in-game area, when you're, and I'm not in-game, but I'm like late mid, let's say that. But when you are first playing it, it is a good 100+ hours of gameplay that you can play nonstop if you're doing also like the side quests, hidden quests, the main story. There's tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff to do, right? So it's a fully complete game and it's fun. But once you get to the point where I'm at, where I have done most, if not all of the side quests, I think I'm missing some hidden quests, and I've finished the main story, and I'm like trying to build up my characters, then it can get a bit grindy, and then it becomes like, I have enough cube keys for like an hour a day is generous. For like an hour a day. And then it becomes like, all right, so now I'm waiting on them to give us more. In the very, very, very beginning though, you do have like a ton of stuff to do. And I just, am an addict. Like, this is my drug, video games. And so I burned through all that stuff in like a month and a half. But it's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot of stuff to do. It's just getting to this point. Now you're like, ugh, I want more to do. Just walk up to it and stop, then jump. No inputs. You can pack your keys for later. So as long as you farm your platinum, you can do other stuff later. This is true. Sinestra's right. Oh, by the way, thank you, Sinestra. Thank you, Cecil, for joining. She is right about that. The problem is, and this is one of those, it's not a it's not a problem of privilege. But the advice that she's giving to me right now is what like Gojo and Flint Fox would say, and it's fair. The problem is, and this is a personal one, content creation. Nobody wants to watch me save keys. They want to see me go into doing stuff, and I want to like push forward and build and build and build, which does require like a monetary investment. Hey, don't do it if you don't have it. It's fine. Again, content creator. The money I get from the game, I put right back into it. So I'm not making any money, but I'm also not losing money from my actual job, right? So all that being said, free to play perspective, tons of stuff to do when you first start out. And if you'll have a good amount of activities. Once you start getting to the end game, like you're done with the main story, you've done your side quests, stuff like that, then it does become like you play less and less because you don't have as many cube keys. What's up, Spike? You don't have as many cube keys. So I would still say worth it. Take the approach of this is a very fun RPG with the potential to be a collector at the end of a very good story. And the story isn't over, to be fair. Spoiler alert, no spoilers, but the story will continue. So I would say it's worth it. I'm a fan. I'm biased, clearly. Like I liked it enough to have played like over 200 hours of this game. So I'm clearly biased. Clearly. But I do think it's fun. I do think it's enjoyable. Take it as an RPG. Knock yourself out. Have fun. When you get past it. Another aspect that would probably help is if I did more party stuff. And I'm not doing as much. But then you also have the platinum farming. Oh, you also have fishing that you can do. You can go after other pets, legendary stuff that I haven't even like. I did try to go for the purple dragon yesterday and wasted my potions. Boo. But there are other activities in the game. So I say it's worth it. I would say it's worth it. Next, long-winded answer. I'm sorry. I'm loquacious. My bad. Let's see. So what I was doing now was still working on the masteries for Diane. I needed the gold. Yay, and I got the gold. So let's do that. Oh, I have enough of these. It's the other thing that I'm not looking forward to doing. Hey, yeah, there we go. Like that part matters. It's all gonna happen eventually. I need to remember that I have some bags for that. Oh, this is gonna go. That's gonna be okay. That mastery is gonna be okay. I might, crossing fingers, knocking on wood. I don't want to knock on the wood actually, because then that's just gonna bang a microphone in your ears. But I might be able to finish her masteries before I have to end the stream today. Look at that. All right. So next we're gonna go for the. It said that. Yeah. All right. So let's see if I have enough in my bag to where I don't have to go gather, and not even because I don't want to go gather and be lazy. It's because I've been sitting on this stuff. Oh nope, not it. I've been sitting on these things for the longest time. And I keep forgetting to use them. And I've got 51 of these bad boys. I don't even know where I got them from. And they just been chilling. And every once in a while, I remember that I have them. But anyway, let's go ahead and go. I think I have to. Do I have to go fight something? Or is it. I can just go straight like that. No, I think it's actually. I have to fight the Moss Demon to get it. So I might have been wrong to begin with altogether. So then we'll go fight the Moss Demon. Yeah, I think this is the gathering side of it. This is where I have to go fight the Moss Demon. Boo. And I don't have any of those bags to select either. So we will go fight the Moss Demon. You'll get to see another battle for the Daily Chan. You'll get to see another battle that you were curious about in terms of gameplay. Albeit the battle that I'm going to have with them is going to be not exactly exciting. All right. Oh, it's just a chance bag. Man, please. Y'all could have kept that. Alrighty, let's go get him. Let's go get him. Oy vey. Let's see. You are in this direction, sir. Although I will also say this, sorry to keep answering the question that I've clearly answered already. The other day I was listening to not an audiobook, but like I'm weird. I like listening to murder mysteries and audiobooks and Sherlock Holmes and yours truly, Johnny Dollar, all that stuff, like all the old school BBC audio dramas, Hercule Poirot, the what was the other one? Miss Marple. I love listening to those. Oh my goodness, they changed the weapon on me. Now I got the well, I probably changed the weapon. Now I got these nunchaku out here. What are we doing? I don't know what I'm doing with this weapon. Ah, get away from me. Get away from me. Okay, maybe this fight will be more interesting because I have no idea what I'm doing with the nunchaku and Diane. I don't have any threat of dying, so that's okay. But that's not the weapon we wanted to see, is it? Let's go ahead and dip Manny out there. Put this circle up. Let's hit you with this, and then we're gonna go ahead and do that, and then open up a bit. There you go. Open up. There he is. I didn't build the burst gauge up properly, I know. Ow. But we're gonna just have some fun, be reckless. How about that? Funnily enough, what I should be doing is I should be using Daisy more right now because I do have a like season pass or whatever you want to call it, like a battle pass, whatever they want to call it, where Daisy needs to kill 100 enemies, and I have gotten nowhere near that because I'm just not using her. Why were you walking like you got somewhere? Like, okay, we could run the Earth team next time. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that for her. Uh-huh. Oh, we get to do two of them. That's what's up. So then only one more battle with old buddy. If that happens, just combo ults to generate instant burst. Okay, hold up. Sinestra, you give me a deeper explanation of that. Daisy gives stuns to Orgot and Gila with her lamps. But the Daisy that I'm running is I can show it. Why not? And then yeah, and then Sinestra explain that because while I'm just playing around, might as well try it. So the Gila team that I'm running now though is 100% completely earth based. So the idea is Manny, of course, circle. Elaine, barrier, of course. And then you have Diane stacking up the burst gauge as a sub DPS, also there for the heals just in case. And then you have Daisy who comes in and then nukes them with Bombi and the magic charge. So that's where I'm doing with Daisy. However, Gojo, I think you said that you even run your Daisy with a Grimoire anyway, and mine is running with Sword and Shield. Is this stun that you're talking about based on the Grimoire? All right. Now we will just switch this team just to be different, just to try something else, so we don't do the same thing over. Because I think maybe as much as I'm talking, I should probably try other combinations. Or you know what? I did just give what's her face? Gila rapier. Oh, I want to. I like Escanor with the great sword more. Yeah, yeah. So you run it with the Grimoire. That's where the stun's coming in. Okay, got you. And then Gila with her lamps. Okay, every combo ult makes instant burst. So if you have 5 bars of magic, You can combo by hitting the ultimate twice as long as the other character has left the field after a swap. Some characters take three, but something. That's true. Yeah. Okay. I see you. I see you. I see you. Every combo Oh, you want to know? You want to know what messed me up? No lie. You want to know what messed me up? Is that I was thinking, God, I was thinking combo like combo moves like Street Fighter. I got to do this combo to get there, not combined attack where it's like those. And I know that's what. Forgive. Oh yeah, the combo would give an instant burst. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I hear you. I feel so stupid right now. I feel so damn dumb right now. I was thinking the complete but never combo ult with Axe Escanor because he scales off magic for damage. But I can combo attack with the Great Sword. I don't, and then I'll ask you this too, because I've been asking everybody. A little bit disappointed in Escanor. I like playing him with the Great Sword a lot more. Way more fun for me. But then when I had Escanor on like my primary team, we'll call it Team Alpha, he was support. I was putting him in for the heals. Then once I had Diane in there to do that, I put Manny back in so I could increase the buffs, and then Escanor just fell off my primary team. So like I'm trying to still build it, as you can see, Fire Dungeon, because I hate that Spider Queen. So I'm trying to build up this team as a way to combat that. But overall, and that's not even his whole thing over there with the Great Sword is holy. So I would still have to use the axe in order for me to even warrant it, right? Albeit I thought that the Great Sword does lay down burns. That was part of my thought process. But yeah, Escan. Maybe I'm being harsh. Yeah, he does with burns. Yeah, he does have burns in this kit. So then why does it say that the element is holy? All right, whatever, dog. We will just go and attack and then discuss it on the stream. Doesn't make much sense to me. Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy, where you been? We missed you. We missed you. Come here. Give me keys. All right, so up. That was not successful. Bang. Ah! Get off me. Get off me. Oh, let's go demon mode. Beautiful. So she does not build up the burst gauge nearly as much as I would like her to. However, bam, there are burns on him. And I know I'm not doing this rotation right at all. I know I'm not doing this rotation right at even a little bit. So don't judge me. All right. You can do Hellspire with melee with only 2 rotations. Look. First of all, who was it that came on? It was Key, and I haven't seen Key since. Key came and told me, like, yo, you could do the spider dungeon, no problem, blah, blah, blah. I've done it in 5 minutes. And I was like, you're a liar. The devil's a liar. And then he said he was going to send me a video. I ain't seen the video yet, Key. So if you're watching this, like, after the fact, Key, you lied to me. Then you said 2 rotations with melee. Apparently there's a different kind of Meliodas in this game than I have, because that's not true. Hold up a sec. Let me get out of the danger zone. Use sword for Firenzen, axe on Galland. Yeah, but Firenzen I don't really have a problem with that, although I don't think I've done Abyss yet. So you would use the sword from Escanor in Furzen Mines, and then Axe for Gallant is kind of required. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the thing. Can you do a video for me, Gojo, this time? And then we'll do a call another time. Let's see. It's a burn effect, but holy damage, I believe. Okay. Not 100% on that. Well, I mean, it does literally say in there, like, holy. There's no debate about what, like, it's right there, holy. You know what I mean? But I guess it does do burn damage. then that makes me wonder. I wasn't paying enough attention either. It was still stacking the burn elemental burst gauge or whatever, the fire elemental burst gauge. Okay, and this Sinestra, you're the second person that said that to me. I think it was Key who said that before. Okay, thank you, Gojo. I appreciate you. Um, you're the second person. I think it was no, it was Key who said that. It was Key who said that yesterday, where I had the okay. I mean, okay, all right. I hear y'all talking. I hear y'all talking. I hear y'all talking. I hear you talking. I hear you talking. Because, and this is where the, I guess not frustration in the sense of a waste of resources. Put it that way. Not frustration with you guys telling me this. I put this dadgum thing on Manny, right? Because she needs a longsword. Not really needs it, but put it on her because I had a spare black flame sword. After getting the gluttonous sword, I was told, get the gluttonous sword. That's his signature weapon. Okay. And I did it. Now, y'all telling me, and I know it's because of the crit damage and everything else. The crit damage is increased on it. Get some crit rate on him, and then you're doing incredible damage with him. Versus what you would do with the gluttonous sword. Which is absolutely infuriating. So there is no, because it says it will increase the darkness damage by 12% for 7 seconds. Oh, you're about to drive. Okay, cool. All right. Well, we'll catch up with you in a bit. I threw gluttony on Manny. You did? I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't have a choice now, though. Like, if I'm not going to scrap the sword, I've made it, and it's level 50, so that's not about to be salvaged. So Manny's going to have it now. And then I give the 50 to... Dog, that's ridiculous. That's nuts, right? So then do we need to do the gluttonous acts for... Now I got to question everything. If this is supposed to be his signature sword, and it's like, no, give it to Manny, does this mean that I should be doing the same thing for the, like, gluttonous acts for Escanor and just being like, no, I don't need that? Because other people have said it's great. And people told me this was great. And now I'm hearing, no, don't do that. I even changed an enchantment. That's not the biggest thing in the world. I mean, those things are easy to make. But still, it's annoying. It's still annoying. Damn it. All right. And I can't even say y'all are wrong. Yeah, I did compare both longswords yesterday. And the problem is they're not wrong. Because if you look at, and we'll just look at it now, gluttonous attack, you're increasing your darkness attack. All right? Equipment. Okay, cool. But then when you look at the equipment here, the equipment goes down, but the crit damage goes up by 48%. So that's damn near 58% crit damage. And Meliodas already has like 60% crit rate on mine. And I don't even build things correctly. I know I suck at this. I'm well aware. I'm very smart because I know that I'm not stealing that from a sports pundit. But the axe is good. I mean, good. Not Sinestra, you're driving. Sinestra, you're driving. Be careful. We'll holler at you in a minute. I'll drive. Be safe. Damn it. All right, so what we do here is we will go up to stat details, right? Crit chance, additional stats. There we go. So like, and this is what I was checking before. I wish you could go down for each one. My crit chance right now is 53% with crit damage being 76.46, right? If I add the, the Black Flame sword, longsword, if the crit chance stays the same, which I have to check the sword that I have now to see if it's, but let's say it even drops down to 40%, and I'm increasing my crit damage by damn near 50. I'm sitting there, I'll be sitting there around 125 crit damage. And that'll happen every second hit based on probability. Based on if it's 50%, 45%. Approximately one every 2 times. That's a lot more damage. We have the darkness attack up by 5,000, but percentages are better than flat numbers. At least that's how it is in every game I've known. So I'm gonna make the change with the idea knowing that, I mean, you can always change it back. I mean, what's the worst that happens? But let me do this real quick so I can have a stat comparison. I'm gonna use my snippet tool and grab this up real fast. Let me see. Check. Do y'all even notice when that happens? I guess not. All right, so we're gonna grab this up. We're gonna do a comparison. If my crit chance doesn't change, then it's almost no debate. I just don't know how much crit I have that's coming from this actual weapon. Crit resistance, crit, blah, blah, blah. So it's not giving me the... Yeah, it's increasing the darkness damage. But this weapon doesn't necessarily give me increased crit chance. Now, if I switch it out with the longsword, boop, boop, be doop. Come on now. Let's go. Come on now. All right. Increased physical damage. Yay. I'm going to have to change that orb anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm at 125 crit damage. My crit resistance changed. Oh, well, whatever. Crit defense has changed, but that's all enchantment stuff, not weapon based. And my crit chance is 53.04. It stays the same, but my crit damage is 125. Of course, I lost some darkness. It went from 5,000 to 1,600. All elemental defense, that is all based on accessories, right? And now I have increased physical damage of 18.98, which is going to change tax. That's all that other additional stuff is about to change because I'm about to do a spell bead for darkness and put it on this weapon. Buddy, what are we talking about here right now? Let's go over to Manny. We will equip her with the gluttonous, which will make her very strong. Equip. Cool. Why is she holding a long sword? You should be holding that sword. There we go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make a darkness spell. Unless I have it in my bag. That's what I'm about to do. Buddy, what are we doing here? What are we doing? All right, guys, I'm gonna have to make a coffee real fast. Why did I go? Oh yeah, I know why I went there. My brain is all over the place right now. Apologies. I do not have the bead, so I'm just gonna generate one real quick. Craft one. My brain is absolutely all over the place. Hey, Platinum, how you doing? What's up? Wait. Why do I have? Oh, because I wanted to do a different. Forget it. It's fine. We'll craft this now. That's fine. I'm gonna need to make a coffee. I think coffee or tea. We're gonna do this bead. And now I'm like tremendously curious about what the results are gonna be. I did make that bead to try to do something with, I want to say Diane, but I think I was going to put, or was I going to put a fire bead on the rapier for Gila? I can't remember. But either way. All right, so now we're done with this for Diane, right? So then the next step is to get the gold to do that, which means I would need to go fight that golem like 4 times. Remember that part about grinding, and if it's too much grinding, maybe a little bit. So yeah, let me go get. Where's my water, by the way? I'm gonna go get my coffee. Make a coffee real quick, and grab my whatchamacallit of water. Yeah, and then we will be right back. So give me like 2 minutes, and this time I won't try to eat something real quick and end up coughing on the stream for the next half an hour. All right, so I wish there was some automated stuff I could play. Well, this is the like radio training in me. I hate dead air. I absolutely hate dead air. So I want to be able to like provide some kind of noise or music for you guys while I'm gone. But I guess it's not that big of a deal, right? Buddy, oh buddy, oh buddy. What are we doing? All right. So I will be right back. So the question was, is this game too grindy? Um, we're about to get part of that answer right now as I sit back and try to go at this crystal golem. I don't know, 3,500 times, so I can get some gold. Uh, but I guess every game has its bottlenecks, right? Okay, so coffee is set. Now let's go ahead and go hit this golem up a few times, get this gold. Give me the loot, give me the loot. And then I'm gonna be able to complete the masteries on oh no, I won't be able to. Because then I still have to go get those 5 whatchamahoozits to unlock the masteries, then go get the. So I'll have to fight all the field bosses again. Yeah. Then maybe I'll have enough. But first things first is we need the. Although, you know what smart money is on? Smart money is me going at those field bosses first. So this whole thing of like, oh, I got more key. First of all, the cube key bundle. Itty bitty. Second, I'm about to burn it all now. I'm about to burn it all now, which means that tonight I will be playing Madden instead of Seven Deadly Sins. All right. But I guess that is a content creator problem, right? It's a streamer problem, not everybody's problem. So let's go after the Toad, whom I hate. I beat him easily now, and I still hate him. I still do not wish any good things for him or his family. Let's see. Are we running the right weapons? No, we're not, because we want you to be back in your gloves. Because I want these battles to be as fast as possible. When we're fighting the other stuff, fine. But this right here, this right here, this right here needs to be fast. There we go. So dims, dims, dims. Everything is cool. Change team. And then we're ready to go. Okay. And at some point, I do need to try the time space. No, I don't. Not right now. But I do need to try that again to see like what the business is with it. I've already got my face kicked in by it once. Well, more than once, but like in one attempt. But yep, it's back. We know, we know, we know. And yes, we hate everything about you, and I'm not doing this with any amount of finesse. We are just going to hit you as much and as up, back up, back up, back up. Nope, 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 back up. There it is. And now Meliodas, come in, and we do this, and we do this, and we do this, and we do this. Funnily enough, I think if you stay behind him in this way, which is probably something I should have put in that guide, that he doesn't do the spin. He doesn't like doing the spin when you're back behind him, supposedly. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. All right. There we go. There's one down, 4 to go. In preparation for what I already know will be necessary. Having to get those, I don't know, those captain medallions. I don't even know what they're called, but having to get those things. This one we can go at with the Earth team. How about that? He's not nearly as obnoxious. Oh, I was supposed to warp over there. So let's see. We do that. Do I even raw? Why not? Let's just have a little bit of fun, something a little bit different. We'll go at him with this one. Which I will say, it is kind of fun to now be able to go at enemies with different teams. Yay! Yay for diversity! Actually, let's do this real quick, like I need it. And then we're gonna wait 3, 2, 1. Make it happen. All right, now we go at you like this and like this. Bet. Yeah, laugh if you want to, homie. We're gonna come at you with her. Bet, bet. And then we get up. Bang. Bang. Sorry, Mike Brain voice. Bang. Get over here, and then we do this. That was not nearly as much of a nuke as I wanted it to be, but I have to remember that she's not on the level of the others that I have here. Bank, bink, 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 bink. All right. Sit down. So yeah, what is the name of this piece again? The Heroes Token. There we go. So 3 more Heroes Token. 2 down. 3 more to go. Let's go down to. Let's get Scorpio out of the way. This guy's obnoxious now. Let's get you out of the way. Still didn't get that kill for Daisy. All right. Do I even know? Because what's gonna happen is he's gonna jump up and down, and then I'm gonna try to nuke with Daisy, and it's not gonna work. He's weak to ice. Let's see what this team does. Probably not the best setup, but why not? Let's see what happens. Okay. Get him. Yeah, this is probably a poor team to go at it with, but hey, who knows? Let's just diversify a little bit, right? He has how many burns on him? Like none? No burns? Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. You got no burns on you so far? Yay. There's bleeds. And there's my Goku Spirit Bomb that he jumps up and avoids. That's awesome. Come over here then. The bomb is still. Ah. See? You're so obnoxious, bruh. What are you even doing? Ah, get him. Come on. This was absolutely the wrong team to go at him with, but okay. Okay. Should have recorded that to see why it happened that way. Can you show me any monsters that give me weapons? I want to upgrade my weapons, but I don't have any. There aren't monsters that give weapons. It's not quite like that. You have to craft them or pull them from the gacha system. So you can do For example, let me get out of here real quick. Go to map. Let me see. We'll go down here real fast since I have to go there anyway. So if you do the gotcha pulls, you may pull a SR weapon or SSR weapon. Not likely, but possible. If you want to, let's see. Otherwise, you're going to end up crafting, maybe buying. I wouldn't recommend buying because it's going to be a crappy weapon to begin with. So, ooh, I needed this thing. Geo. Here, when it comes down to crafting, you have the options, and these weapons, the SR weapons, are pretty easy to craft. I would recommend if you don't have any SR ones, save the resources that you can, because I'm sure you have a few, like a couple of just regular SR ones, to create the Crimson Flame series, which then leads you into the Black Flame series, because you need Crimson Flame weapons to make Black Flame weapons, right? So by doing that, these resources here, each of them comes from like a different source, like a different monster drop. So at that point, it is, which is going to sound like a whole big, long, convoluted answer. I don't mean for it to be. But if you need an SR weapon, if you're trying to do this like strictly free to play, you haven't lucked up and pulled any SR weapons, then you need to figure out the characters that you have, what weapons work out best for them, and then focus on crafting those weapons here on the crafting table, right? So for example, I just did Gila. I have an SR weapon, but just for the sake of argument, I pulled the only SSRs I have are Gila and Elaine, right? I need the Grimoire for Gila. No, I need the Grimoire for Elaine. I need the Rapier for Gila in my scenario, how I want to build things, right? So then I need to go ahead and focus on getting this from this monster here to drop the elements to get it. And then the silver that comes from mining, you get that eventually. It's just fun. And then, and then I want to do for the Melody Temptation Grimoire, I need to go after what I'm assuming and I'm sure of is a different monster, right? And they'll drop these things for you to build it. Now, I'm not necessarily recommending these weapons specifically. I'm just telling you how to get there, right? I'm not necessarily recommending those. The ones I did do and do recommend, and let me go to my bag, and it's going to be twofold, is the Crimson weapons, the Crimson Flame weapons are the better weapons to me. They're going to be usually better stats. I like them more, even though this one I do have a ruler axe, but it has earth attack, and I'm putting it on Diane, who's earth element, right? But then the other negative side of it is because of they become the Crimson Flame, you have to use one of the Crimson Flame weapons to make Black Flame. So the balance to me was, if I'm going to do the Great Sword, I then decided that you can only make one a week. So keep that in mind too. I then decided okay, I'm going to make a Great Sword Crimson Flame and level it up to level 40. And that's going to be the weapon that I hand down to other characters as I unlock more characters. And then the next week, I'll make a second one. And that second one, I will not level up at all, with the entire goal being that eventually I'm going to craft it into this one is an example of it. The rapier I just made, or staff I'm going to make now. I am going to craft this staff here, Crimson Flame staff, with the idea that I'm going to make a Black Flame wing staff out of it later. I hope that makes sense. I hope you get what I hope that makes sense. But as far as going to a monster and beating them and getting a weapon directly, no, you won't. That won't happen. Hope that helped. Does that help? Maybe I need to do a. Need to do the same thing for armor, by the way. Albeit I don't necessarily craft armor. I do try to like I have done a lot of pulls though, to be fair, and then I try to engrave it. Oops. So that's what I do. Now let's go at Banacrow with a team that's actually good. We switch up teams. Bam. All right. There we go. Add the shield. Let's get you out there really fast. And bam. All right, so okay. Nope. There we go. Got to get around the hand. Got to get around the hand. Nope. Oh, you still got me. You suck. All right. Mm. Boop, 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 doop. There we go, Meliodas. Let's get in there. And hurry up. Chop, 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 chop. Hey, hey, you're not supposed to be doing this stuff. Wop. Got him. Okay. Well, no worries, no worries. Let me know if you still have questions, though. I think that's one of the because I'm also hesitant to do these. I've done some guides where I feel comfortable. I'm hesitant to do the weapons guide and the armor guide because I have focused on weapons a lot, and I do have like my philosophies around them, whether they're right or wrong. But I have not done a lot on the in the way of armor, which, by the way, is my mistake because it is a big part of this game. But I'm not nearly as comfortable with my knowledge of armor, but I'll probably just do a separate guide and figure it out. But that is actually something that's very helpful. Let's see. All right. Next or last, the Gray Demon. Oh, sorry. I know I'm supposed to like hit you or something. Oh, come on. You are right there. You feel me. You know I'm here. Stop it. All right, here we go. And then this will be my last bit for. Wait, where is it? Can I still go to it? That would be hilarious if I just like started the fight and then took off and went to a dungeon. That would be funny. I don't know why I'm waiting so long for this, but we will wait until barrier now. Switch out. Come and get me, bruh. Okay, so, yep, that's exactly where I want to be, inside the stomach. All right, get over here. Whoop, move. Bang, ba bang, bang, ba bang, 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 bang. Yep, let that happen. 1, 2, 3. Spam the normal skill. Spam the normal skill. Spam the normal skill. Die, 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 die. Okay. Oh, I thought he was dead. I thought that was it. I thought I got him. You some on my beach. Okay. Nope. Come here. Come back down here, bro. Ah, jeez. Am I really, really, really struggling with the Gray Demon right now? Ugh. Now go get him real quick, please. He's about to jump, isn't he? You son of a. Mm-hmm. Good. Thank you, Elaine. It was overkill for that move anyway. I got what I deserved. Should have been more efficient. I got what I deserved out of that one. Okay. So now, how much gold do I have versus what I need to do to get Diane's final mastery before maybe ending the stream and having calling it a day? 199. So I think I only have to go at that golem 2 more times. in order to complete this. Yeah. So, let's see. Here's a quick little goal cheat. Not cheat, it's a tip. It's a tip. It is the most efficient way to spend 5 keys. That's what it is. I will forever shout out Gojo for this. All right, here we go. Probably the best bit of advice that I've gotten. In fact, not even probably. Hey, get back up there, lady. There it is. Okay, we go over here. Go up one. Hey, and I missed it. Son of a B. Turn around, turn around, turn around. Go up. There it is. Before the glider runs out. Thank you. Deuces. Bang. All right, here we go. Move out the way. There we go. That's what's up. All right, Meliodas, your turn. Boop. Let's go, Bubba. Let's go, Bubba. Come on now. Boop, 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 boop. All right, so I screwed up that rotation. That was fun. All because this jerk just would not let me kill him more efficiently. How dare you try to survive? That one, and then we do this, and then we do this, and now we can just spam this. Yay, spam this, spam this. One last blow. Okay. Oh, you're still alive. We expected you to be dead by now. Look at you being all resilient and whatnot. Come here, come here, come here. Nope, nope, nope. Where you at? Who you with? Come here. Ooh, ooh. There he is. Die. Okay, let's do that one more time. I'd be using Book, Daisy over Elaine on that team. That... I might like Diane too much. And the Diane love is strictly like anime based. I loved her. She was my favorite character the first time I watched the series, and I'm rewatching it now. And I was like, oh no, I was right. She's my favorite. So were you the second person that said that on this stream so far? I think Gojo said the similar thing. Because Gojo runs Daisy with the Grimoire instead of the oh, let me get out of here. Instead of the Sword and Shield. Yeah, my Melly's P5. I'm resistant because I'm also an Elaine fan, or at least from the game. The game, I like her a lot. Let me look. Let me look real fast. I will look. I will consider. Because right now, the other portion of it, well, I do have Daisy and some decent armor, but I don't know. I'm hard pressed to remove Elaine from my team. I think it's just, and I think it's a bias thing. I don't even think it's like rooted in anything that's objective. I don't think it's rooted in anything that's objective. I think it's purely like subjective. I like Elaine at this point. Let me get to a safe haven. I've beaten all 5 of the bosses now. So the next thing is to go, the next thing is to just get enough gold to be able to finish the Masteries on Diane. All right, so I won't be able to do anything with Daisy's new outfit for a while, I don't think. By while, I mean a couple days. I'm a very impatient person. Okay, so I was going to look at Daisy with the Grimoire. Now, here's the thing, too. I think I've already done the Masteries on her Grimoire in preparation that I knew the next weapon I was going to choose from her was going to be her Grimoire. All right? I've never actually gone through her kit under the Grimoire. Not for real. So, here we go. So on Mel, you want to land a triangle first, then spam circle. Yeah, that's what I was doing. If you miss anything, it goes CD. Like that. That's what I was doing. No, so what I was doing was, but here's the thing though. I do two triangle and then spam circle. And I think I'm doing that still because I'm still thinking of the way of when I had him P4. I just took him P5 like yesterday, day before. And so I think I'm still doing the get the two haste, you know? I think I'm still doing it that way in my head because that's what I had to do beforehand before I could spam circle. And now I think you're right. I'm just stuck in the habit. And I guess Lincoln Park breaking the habit tonight style. All right, so here we go. Sinestra, it's on you. Okay. You say you would use Grimoire Daisy over Grimoire Elaine. Give me your argument for why Daisy over Elaine. And bear in mind, this is stuff that's also when I do the YouTube videos and stuff, I'm going to shout you out and be like, yo, Sinestra said do this, this, and this, and this, this, and this. And if you don't believe, ask Gojo. Gojo has gotten so many shout outs on the YouTube channel of like, yo, Flint Fox said this. Yo, what's his name said that? So where's your argument? He's so easy to mess up and do no damage. Who, Meliodas? I wouldn't say no, but very little. So you kiss a lot. Freudian slip. All right, so but that's the thing with his ultimate. That's why I kind of like the spamming part of it, where it is. I might even stop the triangle a couple times because I'm like I'm gonna miss, but like I need that. I miss on his ultimate a lot, and it's been driving me crazy, which is why I've tried to go back to the spam. Although I also think too with the ultimate, if I'm spamming circle, that's doing more damage. All right, anyway, crit damage is your argument for why you would take Daisy over Elaine. Now, the reason why I'm taking Elaine over Daisy is because of the barrier. I'm trying to keep myself protected, be sustainable. You know what I mean? That's my main like argument. And I don't see, and this is me checking now, increases allied damage by 15% for 40 seconds. That's nice. Summons a shocking street lamp. That's what he meant by street lamps. Every 5 street shocking lamps, it grants electric energy to all allies 40 seconds. Increases lightning heroes damage. Well, that would be for Drake. Increases damage equal to 54%, or inflicts. Inflicts damage equal to 178%. We're not doing that probably. What's up, Stefan? And she can stun earth weak enemies. Excuse me. So does Elaine though, right? If you use special skill without hitting the enemy of Mel, it will still stack the haste. Fair. Okay. Good. Good to know. So all I got to do is run triangle, and then I can still spam circle. I don't have to hit. Okay. I had in my head that you have to hit. All right. Okay. I hear you talking. I hear y'all talking. So that's the thing. Maya Lane is coming in because of the barrier she provides. You are creating a more offensive heavy team where she is giving crit damage buffs. All right, have fun at work. I know that's probably an oxymoron. I should probably stop this and get back to work. But I'm going to keep going. I do need the code today, though. I do need to do some code today. But we'll see how it goes. It did rain outside, so that's probably going to keep me inside and working as opposed to like going and playing basketball. All right, anyway, not important. So you're choosing damage and offense over the, I'm going to just use the word sustainability, but like protection. You only use the lane for magic charge. But then doesn't that mean that she runs well with Daisy? There's a Grimoire which gives crit resistance and reduction. Not the SSR one. So then I could leave the SSR Grimoire on Elaine and then just craft the other one that gives crit resistance reduction. So it's not that Daisy necessarily needs the SSR Grimoire in order to be effective, right? Let us go back. Let's check the weapon. This one, Pierce, attacking an enemy who's... This is the dumbest. Sorry, that's just dumb. Let's go to the other grimoires, if we got some. There was a smarter way to do that, and I just did the dumbest way possible. Let's go in here. This is the other grimoire. I already have it. Ambush. Back attacks decrease crit resistance by 16%. I assume this is the one you're talking about. You don't need sustain if anything dies and you don't get hit. If so, okay, yeah, Sinestro, that's a very fair point. If you murder everything, then you don't need to worry about sustain. Fair point. Why do I need to heal? Everything is dead. For time space, I use Melly, Daisy, Elaine, and Manny. So then out of that, I need to drop Diane. And so then you're using Elaine to build the burst gauge, I'm guessing? Okay. All right. And then I guess this is Gojo. I guess this is the grimoire that you're recommending be on Daisy, right? As opposed to the SSR one. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. We're about to make Sinestro late for work. Okay. Instead of Elaine, use Gila with the rapier. To build burst gauge? I would take... Hold up. For space-time... for time-space junction. Okay. On her new engrave, allies crit gives crit resistance debuff, I think. Gotta reread. I can go to that now because I'm already in Leonis. I can go check that right now and see. Albeit I'm 100% sure that I'm very far away from building a new gear. Oh, look, there's a whole bunch of folks over here shopping. All right, so no. Rude. All right, here we go. Switch up. We are going down to Daisy. And this is the thing that drives me crazy too, and I think Gojo said, okay, have fun. Have fun at work. Thanks for joining. You better like and subscribe. You better have. Okay, so lethal shock, crit chance boost. But this is the... Wait, I have this one. Right? Increase crit chance by 6% in allied critical hit on an enemy with reduced crit resistance, decreases the target's crit defense by 8%. This one, each ally gained heroes received. Each time an allied hero, receives a crit chance boost, all allies damage. Okay, that's stupid. I don't need that. I think I've already got that. So I think that's what she meant. And this is the energy charge 3 thing. So this is what I have this armor already, the spring robe. And I believe that's what she was referring to about increasing the crit chance. So just to double check on it. That's what I got. So I'm already in good shape there. But it takes time to charge magic points. But that's if I'm bringing her in to do offensive stuff, right? With the sword and shield. But if I'm running her, and then correct me if I'm wrong, Gojo, if I'm running her with the grimoire, I'm using her to increase the crit chance and crit damage of my allies. So it's not that she necessarily has to charge magic points because she isn't the primary damage dealer. She's not even a sub DPS on that team. If she's taking the place of Elaine. But if we're going with the Melly, Daisy, Elaine, Manny build. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. All right. So then first, I'm gonna switch up grimoires because I think this is what you were referring to. You didn't really like say it, but I'm assuming that you were referring. Mofo. Do what I want to. All right, I'm gonna switch up and put this grimoire onto Daisy, albeit I will not level it up now because I do need to finish up doing the masteries on Diane as I promised that I would do. Um, I'm already pot committed now, so she is going to get this last mastery, and plus she's a favorite character. You know what I'm saying? Like she's a favorite character. But it takes something that was for the time junction space. Time space junction. Gotcha. Yeah, the ambush one. Okay, cool. Okay. So I'll level that up after I get done with Diane, which she's not far off from anyway. I just need to come over meow, go right meow, and I need to go attack that crystal thingy one more time to get some gold. And hopefully it'll give me some weapon fragments. It won't. But hopefully it will. It won't. And then I will finish off the masteries with Diane. And then my next project is going to be Grimoire on Daisy and then a comparison. So Daisy, Ambush, Grimmy. And then it's like Daisy v Elaine. But Manny's finished though. Manny's already finished. So I'm not gonna. Her masteries are already done. And then Daisy's build is mostly finished. So I'm gonna finish Diane just because I'm this close to it. And she's one of my favorite characters. This is biased. This is biased. This is subjective. I know. Plus, she is really good at building the burst gauge in the current setup that I have. So that's to be frank. But then the blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna speak English words. But then the focus can shift over to Daisy. However, it's very, very, very funny that there's so much talk around Daisy, Elaine, maybe even Gila, and Escanor is being like ignored. They're like use him for Gallon, and then once you're done with that, like nobody's really suggesting him to be on any other teams, right? Like I haven't heard that yet. Use him for Gallon. Other than that, there's so many other better options. Or am I crazy? All right, so let's run this thing one more again. Oh, maybe I got some gold from the Hawk Pass. Doubt it. Uh, let's see. Keep me from having to go at that golem again. Noopity. All right, so let's go ahead and go at the. Ugh. See, all those keys they gave us, I'm already down to my last two. And Gila too, because you want 1,000 star frags for pulls before the Escanor banner expires. I'm not pulling for Escanor anymore though. What do you mean by that? Because yeah, I need to know what you mean by that. Because I'm not pulling for Escanor anymore. I've pulled him twice already. He's P4. I could take him P5 if I finish his last mastery. But see, that's all of it. That is all of it. But I am doing a lot. I have to be honest. I am doing a bunch, so I can't even like trip off that. Let me go to the Escanor event really fast. So we get that one seal. Okay, cool. Then that stuff doesn't matter. This, I got everything that I'm gonna get from it. Um, oh, you can't even pull for him anymore. Oh no, I'm doing the event, not the drawing. My bad. So I've gotten him. I've gotten him twice, and I'm not gonna pull for him anymore. What do you mean? Town Space Junction 2 sectors will give 1,000 star frags, but you are not pulling. Then you can wait. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, no, I'm not pulling right now. I might, funnily enough, I kind of want to pull for the regular just because I want to go at King because he's the one that I'm missing. You need 13 pulls for PCA. Oh, I see you. Okay. Okay. So you still haven't hit the 120 yet, have you, with Escanor? No, I want King, but I think maybe I should just wait until they do a maintenance, and inevitably that maintenance takes 10 hours instead of 5, and then we get an SSR selector, and then I do that. That's probably what's gonna happen. Okay. So, mm, next up right now is going to the dungeon again, beating that golem thing again, and then we'll pull out. And who are we gonna go after next? I can't remember. Theoretically, I should be able to beat this dungeon, but I'm not doing it in 5 minutes. Not with this level, and not with my lack of skills. So we will finish the Diane Masteries, and then I'm gonna cut the stream the screams. Do you know how much I cried for Manny and Daisy? What do you mean? Like, so you didn't have them? Is that what it was? You didn't have them? Manny was like I won't say the first, but one of like the first that I pulled. And then Daisy I lucked up on. I don't think I even made to the 120 for her. I got Manny with SSR selector with Escanor. Oh, so you literally like just got. She was one of my first. Her and Drake were like my two. Like her, Drake, and Gila. I got so many times. And I say so many as if it was that many. It really wasn't, probably. All right, so let's go, buddy. Douche, douche. Oh wait, why am I doing that? Get over here. Bang, bang, bang. Just hit that one time, and then we get to go. Chop, chop, buddy. Oh, see, you jerk. That didn't work out well for me at all. Oh, I've been doing her attacks in the wrong order. That's silly me. And I can't do this now, so I might as well do this one. Yeah. Yeah. Move. Yep, been doing her attacks in the wrong order this entire time. Okay, cool. And then you can die. Uh-huh, still screwed it up. Just hurry up and be done, bruh. What's all the resistance for? One day before I got Daisy. Okay, so you got Daisy and Manny like back to back. That okay, sorry for screaming. That makes a lot of sense about the advice you were giving to me then before that. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, excuse me. All right. So now we can wrap up Diane, and then I can go back to being an adult for a little bit. Again, this is a do as I say, not as I do situation. I'm doing this because I love Diane. I'm very much king in this situation. Okay. Okay. And now I gotta go track down this dude. We got enough of the destruction. And actually only have to fight him. This is lucky. Because I only need to fight him, I don't know, the 3-4 times. Only the 3-4 times. That's that depresses me that I even said that. Oh wait, this is no the premium abyss servant's horn. Curved horn. Yeah, these come from the same guy, right? They both come from him. Oh, sorry. Why am I apologizing to myself? They both come from. No, they don't. Hey, why are you stuck? No, they don't. This one comes from who? Oh, annoying. Annoying, annoying, annoying. So then that burns up the rest of my keys. If I go that, it's going to burn up the rest of my keys. And then we're back to 3 attacks a day. Whoop-de-doo. Hooray, hooray, hooray. All right. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream now. Because doing those attacks only to be like, I'm going to be short is just obnoxious to me. So, in any case, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. I was gonna, nah, I shouldn't. I should be smart. I should be smart and just count on the fact that the next maintenance they do is probably going to be delayed somehow, some way, and then they'll give us an SSR selector and I can get king from that. So I should probably just wait. Not to mention I have enough SSRs that I need to deal with in the first place. I already have my resources stretched. I don't need to add anything else. I was saving keys for those 2 though. Yeah. All right, Spike, I appreciate you. You guys have a lovely day. And I will see you potentially tomorrow. No promises. I'll let you know in the Discord if I'm streaming tomorrow or not. But y'all have a